Hello everyone, I want to show you some on-the-go security products. These are things for your home, car, and like hotel rooms and dorm rooms. These make great gifts for graduations and things like that. We have some updated things. Our junk in the trunk is new and improved. As you can see, it's in a triangular shape. I'm going to show you why in a minute. But it's got a nice hard case. It has the reflecting orange triangle on the back, and there are Velcro. This is so that you put it in your trunk and it will, if it has the fabric, it'll actually stick to it so it's not like rolling around all over the place in the back of your trunk. So I'm going to open it up here and show you what's inside. So as always, it has most of the things I had before, plus some, and they didn't even up the price. It is still $65 retail. That's not counting your tax and shipping. But we still have our lovely, beautiful blue jumper cables. And we have, oh, let me just get those out so it'll be a little bit easier. Some basic tools like a screwdriver and tire gauge. And this is for, I'll show you that here in a minute. We have an ice scraper. We have a handy dandy headlamp, so you can see when you've got to get down to business. Look like the Minions. That's okay. They're cute. I'm not as cute as them, but I'm okay. This is a rain poncho and a heating blanket. Very, very important if you're stranded in the cold. We have matches. You just never know. If you're really stranded, you might need some heat. We have playing cards so that you have stuff to do when you are bored waiting for someone to come help you. And then we have our first aid kit still, but now it's in this handy dandy waterproof little pouch, and it's got some, let's see, a little bit of tape in there if you need to wrap something, Q-tips, some alcohol wipes, some bandages. Then of course you can add anything that you want, but it's got a very nice little pouch here to keep everything from being scattered all over the place. All right, it has a bungee cord. Can be very, very useful. And the last thing is so that if you need to actually work on your car, or you just want a little more precaution with your car being on the side of the road, you have a little mini cone here. And this is the first time I've taken all this stuff out, you guys, so bear with me, because I know this somehow goes with it. I guess I should have probably figured this out. Oh, it's a little hanger thing, and so you can, it lights up. I don't know if I need to put batteries in there or what. Probably do. Or there's a battery thing in there somewhere. But hey, this is what I get for not taking everything out and figuring it out first. But it does work. It lights up. It's like a beam light. And then, yeah, so all of that comes with it. And then, so that's the new and improved junk in the trunk. The next thing I'm going to show you is our Road Trip Auto Tool. This is not new, but it is still one of our best-selling products. I absolutely love it, and these pair up very, very well together. So it is a flashlight. I'm going to try not to blind you here, but it has 3 modes of light. It has extra bright, less bright, and strobe light. So as you can see, it's an LED, very bright light. The really cool thing I love about these is these are heavy-duty magnets. So even if it's windy out, I can go, if I wanted to get up, I would go over there on my refrigerator and show you that I can actually put it to the side of my refrigerator, and it would just sit there like this and wouldn't even budge. But anyway, the purpose of it is so that you can shine your beacon light if you need help, or you just want people to be cautious, and put that on top of your car. And then, as always, we like noisemakers, so without further ado, there it is. And then here's some other things. So inside of there is a blade. This is so that you can cut yourself out of your seatbelt. So you want to make sure you keep this up around like your cup holder area, somewhere where you can get it in case you're really packed in tight. And then your glass breaker. Again, you're not going to be able to get out and go to the, like this you could keep in the trunk of your car. But this you want to keep up front with you, because if you're stuck in your car and need to break your window, which is what this is for, that's not going to do you any good in the trunk. So what this does is you just kind of jam it against the glass, and a spring-loaded pin activates, pops out, and pops out the glass for you. So very handy, and you don't have to jam it like an ice pick type of glass breaker. So what I do is I keep one of these in my car, one of each of these. You can't have one without the other. I mean, you could, but ideally you would have both, okay? So again, these make wonderful gifts for teenagers who are traveling back and forth to school, but really everybody should have them. Now, talking about going to school and traveling, thinking of hotel rooms and dorm rooms, these next two items I'm going to show you are very, very handy for those. So this is, it looks like a doorstop, and it is. You can put this on the floor and open your door where it would come up over it, and actually it will stop your door from even opening. But if it opens, it will push this gray part down and sound a very loud alarm. And I'm not going to do this one because it was really, really loud, and I think I've hurt your ears enough for today. So, but yes, and then there's two settings. There's a high and a low sensitivity setting. So if it's on the high setting, even if somebody were to kick it, like this doesn't even have to be pressed down. If this is moved at all, it will go off. The low setting just means it has to be, the gray part has to be touched and pushed down to an extent, and then it will go off. This is great if you don't have a home security system and you're in the other room cooking or whatever, and somebody's trying to come in through your front door. If you have one of these, it will activate and you will hear it. Even if you're taking a nap, I mean, it's very loud. But the other thing I want to show you is it also has a suction back here. So you just push this gray part down and it suctions. I've used this on our basement window one time. We had an activator issue, or not an activator, whatever those things are called that keep them, you have to keep them lined up for them to work right. But anyway, we lost one. And so I put one of these down here, or down there, and it stuck, and I tested it. It didn't move. It stuck to the window, and then but it did also sound the alarm if it opened up and touched it. So these are very, very good for dorm rooms and hotel rooms. Just never know. You got to be cautious and prepared. And then finally, the last thing is our Sassy spray can. By the way, this is called the step-off door alarm. I forgot to tell you that information, but all of this will be in the images. But our Sassy spray can is made to look like a hairspray can, just like any other hairspray can. But it has a special feature. So you unscrew the bottom, and inside it is hollow, and it's even padded. And this is padded so that you can keep jewelry, you can keep cash, you can keep important documents. Damsel is a big supporter of women who have been in domestic violence situations, and so when they created this with domestic violence in mind, so that they could save up their cash, important documents, if they were in a situation that they couldn't get out of right away until they could build up some money and whatnot, and they could stash everything they needed, and then when they got what they needed, then all they would have to do is grab this and go. There's also been a situation where a damsel had her apartment broken into, and I don't know what she had in here, but it was something of value, and she found it as if they just threw it across the room. They had no idea there was anything valuable in here. So I personally use mine for when we go to the pool. If it's my keys, even with my Sock-It-To-Me striking tool on it, your ID fits perfectly in there, just a little bit of cash, and I feel much safer with it in there. So these are some great ideas for you, and I hope if you have any questions, please ask, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.